Now, today we are discussing what is financial management. It is a part of the topic also, theoretical, but very important to go into the syllabus, course and everything. We will be solving some questions also. I think we will get the time to solve the questions on financial management function. Forget about what is written here. Forget. Please understand that. Because otherwise you will go on saying there only. If I want to understand in a layman language, in a layman as a very common man, what is finance? Finance क्या है? Think about a country, think about an organization, think about yourself, your life, your family and all that. If country, I am talking about India, government every year publish budgets. गवर्नमेंट बजट पब्लिश करती है और बजट में गवर्नमेंट फोरकास्ट व्हाट विल बी द इनकम, बेसिकली टैक्सेशन, डायरेक्ट टैक्स, इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स, इनकम. Direct tax is income tax, wealth tax, gift tax and all that which is paid by the person who bear the burden. Indirect tax, GST, VAT, you all have paid the tuition fees. You all have paid the taxation GST in the tuition fees. I have taken that and I have paid to government. मेरे पास नहीं आया, पेमेंट मैंने किया लेकिन आपने उसको बर्डन बियर किया. That is the income of Indian government. और इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का खर्चा क्या है? सोशल सिक्योरिटी, हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी, इतना सारा वॉर फॉर चाइना इज सेइंग दैट दे विल फाइट विद ताइवान एंड ऑल दैट, कुछ ना कुछ तो देश का सिक्योरिटी, देश का सुरक्षा, ऑल दीज थिंग्स, द गवर्नमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर, गवर्नमेंट स्टाफ, देयर आर सो मेनी गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, उनको सैलरी, उनका पेमेंट, ये सब कैसे चलेगा? इवन गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग to poor people some money so that they can survive. तो वो सब गवर्नमेंट का खर्चा है. इन इंडिया since independence till today, government expenditures are always more than the government income. मतलब जितना टैक्स से इनकम आता है उससे ज्यादा गवर्नमेंट का खर्चा होता है. इंडिया ऑलवेज मेक अ बजट विच इज कॉल्ड बजट डेफिसिट. इंडिया का बजट में ही होता है कि एक्सपेंडिचर विल बी से 2x, income will be 1.8x, so minus 0.2x. If I have in my pocket 100, how can I expend 120? I can't. But I can expend 120 by borrowing 20. So government क्या करती है? borrow करती है international level पे, or you can say that government borrow from banks, from RBI, whatever you say. Government उसके अलावा अपना asset sell करती है, disinvestment. Government sell the investment in the shares, like life insurance corporation shares were issued. Government sell their shares in the market so that they get money. इंडिया में जन्म भर से ऐसा ही हुआ है. इंडिया इज अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री वेयर द फाइनेंस इनकम and the finance expenditures, the expenditures are more than the income. India will become superpower on that day only when the income of the Indian government will be greater than the expenditures of the government. If I will say UK, if I will say USA or any developed country, वहां पर government का income is greater than the government expenditures. So government is not having budget deficit, budget surplus. For that reason they are called a developed country. अब अगर गवर्नमेंट टैक्सेस बढ़ाती है तो हम लोगों को प्रॉब्लम है. और गवर्नमेंट अगर मान लीजिए ऑयल है और ये सब पे सब्सिडी नहीं देती है, गवर्नमेंट अपने घर से पैसे नहीं लगाती है, खर्चा नहीं करती है, तो हम लोग को प्रॉब्लम है. तो हम लोगों को टैक्स भी नहीं देना है और हम लोग को ये भी चाहिए कि चीजें फ्री में मिल जाए, विच हैपेंड इन श्रीलंका. द न्यू गवर्नमेंट विच डिस्ट्रॉयड द कंट्री, दैट इज दैट पॉलिसी. टैक्स भी नहीं लेंगे और चीजें फ्री में भी देंगे. कब तक? टिल व्हेन यू कैन सर्वाइव लाइक दिस, बिकॉज अ कंट्री नीड्स टू रन. So there is a finance arrangement. कि पैसे कहां से आएंगे, कहां जाएंगे, ये पूरे कंट्री के लिए जरूरत है. Those who are having good sound knowledge of finance, they are managing the finance of the country. वो लोग गवर्नमेंट के फिनेंस डिपार्टमेंट में काम करते हैं, फिनेंस मैनेजर के अंडर काम करते हैं. और भी लोग होते हैं. दैट इज द नॉलेज ऑफ द फिनेंस रिक्वायर्ड फॉर मैनेजिंग द कंट्रीज फिनेंस. आप कोई कंपनी में काम करते हो, यू आर वर्किंग इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अंडर फिनेंस डिपार्टमेंट. कंपनी के पास पैसे कहां से आ रहे हैं? सेल्स रेवेन्यू. They are selling goods, they are selling services, and the company is incurring expenditures on material, labor, overheads, marketing, administration, जो भी खर्चा कंपनी में लगता है. और उसके अलावा कंपनी और ग्रो करने के लिए नए नए प्रोजेक्ट कर रही है, नया प्लांट लगाना, किसी को एक्वायर करना, ये सब चल रहा है. पैसे का मैनेजमेंट इन अ कंपनी. मे बी वी आर इन इंडिया, डेवलपिंग कंट्री, but company, if it is a not for profit oriented organization, jinka objective is not generating income, they can survive if their income is greater than expenditure. Suppose I am talking about ACCA Institute, CMA US Institute, CPA US Institute, CIMA Institute, all are not for profit oriented organization. ये सारे not for profit, सबकी वेबसाइट पे आप जाइए, not for profit. That means the objective is not to generate income. तो आपको मन में लगेगा वाई दे आर चार्जिंग ट्यूशन मने, रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस एंड ऑल दैट. क्यों लेते हैं पैसे? क्या एसीसीए इंस्टीट्यूट में लोग काम नहीं करते? क्या उनको सैलरी नहीं देना पड़ेगा? क्या एसीसीए इंस्टीट्यूट का रेंटल एक्सपेंडिचर्स नहीं है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं है, पावर नहीं है? क्या एसीसीए इंस्टीट्यूट को कोर्स को डेवलप नहीं करना है? क्या एसीसीए इंस्टीट्यूट को आपके लिए जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्रिएट नहीं करना है? ये सब कैसे होगा? कौन करेगा? हु विल डू दिस? मनी रिक्वायर्ड. अगर वो आपसे पैसे नहीं लेंगे, मेरे से नहीं लेंगे, तो हाउ दे विल रन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? जैसे गवर्नमेंट है, गवर्नमेंट को इनकम नहीं चाहिए, बट एटलीस्ट गवर्नमेंट वांट दैट इफ $100 इज द एक्सपेंडिचर, $100 शुड बी द इनकम. तो एक नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ओरिएंटेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी तो चाहिए, इफ $100 इज द एक्सपेंडिचर, एटलीस्ट $100 शुड बी द इनकम. उतना तो हो. एंड इफ यू एक्सपेंड मोर, यू विल बी एबल टू ग्रो द कोर्स मोर. अगर हम लोग और ज्यादा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से टाई अप करें, और जॉब क्रिएट करें, और स्टूडेंट को हेल्प करें, ग्रो करें, वी आर हेल्पिंग द सोसाइटी. बट टू हेल्प द सोसाइटी, इंस्टीट्यूट रिक्वायर मनी. पैसे चाहिए, बगैर पैसे कुछ नहीं होता. अगर कोई इफ आई विल से दैट आई वांट टू डू चैरिटी, चैरिटी करने के लिए पैसा चाहिए ना. Wherever you will work in the finance department, whether it's a not for profit oriented organization, profit oriented, आपको उनका पैसा का मैनेजमेंट करना होगा. पैसा कहां से आएगा, कैसे जाएगा, कितना पैसा है, क्या काम कर सकते हैं, ये आपको करना होगा. घर में मम्मी है, वाइफ है, मे बी दे आर नॉट वेरी हाईली एजुकेटेड, बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ाई लिखाई नहीं किए, लेकिन घर में सैलरी, घर में बिजनेस इनकम इतना होता है, मंथली 50,000, घर उससे चलता है ना. उसमें से पैसे बचते भी हैं कि अगर दिवाली के टाइम पे, ईद के टाइम पे, हैप्पी न्यू ईयर के टाइम पे, क्रिसमस के टाइम पे कुछ ये करेंगे, नया करेंगे. कैसे मैनेज करते हैं? घर में अगर 50,000 इज कमिंग, तो एक्सपेंडिचर 50 के अंदर ही होगा ना. इफ योर सैलरी इज 50,000, यू विल बी एक्सपेंडिंग विद इन 50,000 ओनली. यू विल इन्वेस्ट फॉर योर रिटायरमेंट सम मनी एंड ऑल दैट. हर जगह तो फाइनेंस का जरूरत है. कहां पूछे? देयर आर पर्सन्स हु आर अंगूठा छाप, हॉकर्स इन कोलकाता और एनीवेयर, सेलिंग पुचकास और एनीथिंग, कभी पढ़ाई लिखाई नहीं किया है, फिर भी फाइनेंस मैनेज कर रहे हैं. इट्स अ सिलेबस वेयर द नॉलेज इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एवरीबडी. इसका कोई लिमिट नहीं है नॉलेज का. हम लोग अगर फाइनेंस पढ़ते रहें और जीवन भर अगर फाइनेंस पढ़े तो भी कम रह जाएगा. सो इफ आई विल से दैट आई एम स्टडिंग फाइनेंस फॉर मोर देन 20 years, still there are so many things which I don't know, which I need to develop, because I always believe that there is always scope for improvement. तो आप तो पहले बार फाइनेंस पढ़ना चालू कर रहे हैं, क्या किताब में लिखा है? ऑब्वियसली वी नीड टू रीड. इंक्रीज योर होराइजन, इंक्रीज योर थिंकिंग प्रोसेस, कि बुक्स में जो लिखा वो उसके बाहर जाना है. बुक्स इज नॉट फिजिकली प्रेजेंट, वो आपको लिख कर बता रहा है, मैं आपके सामने हूं. आप हर जगह जब भी कुछ पढ़ रहे हैं, प्लीज ट्राई टू कोरिलेट विथ योर प्रैक्टिकलिटी. मैं एग्जाम्पल अपने कंपनी का देता हूं, अपना फाइनेंस बताता हूं, आप अपना कंपनी सोचिए, अपना फैमिली सोचिए, अपना बिजनेस सोचिए, अपने जहां पर काम, हर जगह सिलेबस को प्रैक्टिकली कोरिलेट करिए. दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. यू नीड टू स्टडी लेस, you need to read less, you will be able to score more marks, and at the same time practically you are much better person. पढ़ाई करने का मतलब ये, because it's a business qualification, accounting, business and finance, commerce. Whether you are working for a charity, whether you are working for a not for profit oriented organization, but पैसा खर्चा उतना ही होगा जितना आएगा. Expenditure will be equal to the income. It cannot be more than the income. So how the income will grow, how the expenditure will be controlled, how we will be doing new things, ये सबको सोचना है. Now suppose if I will go technically, जैसे इन्होंने लिखा है, so they are covering in the subject as an introduction the finance management function. उन्होंने finance management बनाया. Finance management को they have divided into 3 parts. One is nature and purpose of financial management, investment, financing, dividend. This is one area. Nature and, sorry, I was not changing the screen. So I am saying that if we go technically, the first topic as per the syllabus, मैं इसको technical नहीं मानता. It is by book what is written. Financial management, under financial management one branch is nature and purpose of financial management. Nature and purpose of financial management is investment, financing and dividend. Then role of the management, जो लोग कंपनी में बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स मैनेजमेंट है, उनका काम क्या है, रिलेटेड विथ फाइनेंस. देन फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, व्हाट आर द फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, who are the stakeholders in the organization, what are their objectives and why the conflict arises. And there are organizations which are not for profit, ACCA, CME, Indian CA Institute, not for profit oriented organization, value for money. How these 3 are also related with financial management, because ultimately we are not discussing stakeholder or not for profit, but how they are related with financial management. हम लोग ये बात कर रहे हैं. So the first area, first of all, nature and purpose of financial management. I will say that if I am the finance manager of Saraf Academy, you will say that sir you are the CEO and the founder. मैं ही फाइनेंस मैनेजर हूं और कोई नहीं है यहाँ. यहाँ कोई 50 आदमी नहीं है कि ये फाइनेंस मैनेजर, ये प्रोडक्शन डायरेक्टर एंड ऑल दैट. मैं ही हूं. तो मेरा फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव सराफ एकेडमी में क्या है? व्हाट इज माय फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव इन सराफ एकेडमी? Can I say I want to generate maximum income in Saraf Academy? Maximum tuition fees, minimum expenditures, more and more income in Saraf Academy? Can I say? I'm talking about financial objective. Can I say? If you forget about me, भूल जाइए Saraf Academy. In Reliance Industries, ITC, Hindustan Unilever, any company which comes in your brain, TCS, टाटा कंसल्टेंसी सर्विसेज, एनी कंपनी, उनका फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? व्हाट इज द फाइनेंशियल, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव, नॉट अदर ऑब्जेक्टिव. फाइनेंशियल, पैसा. ACCA इंस्टीट्यूट, फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव, पैसा. CMA इंस्टीट्यूट, फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव, पैसा. आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव, अर्निंग मोर. व्हाई यू आर स्टडिंग? वी आर सेइंग दैट पैसा बहुत जरूरी. वी आर नॉट सेइंग दैट एवरीथिंग कैन बी सॉल्व्ड विथ मनी, बट देयर आर मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स विच कैन बी सॉल्व्ड विथ मनी. तो कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, कोई भी, द फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव इज अर्निंग्स. सपोज इन सराफ एकेडमी माई प्रॉफिट इज X and in 22-23 profit is 1.2x. The profit last year was X and the profit next year is 1.2x. Can I say that I am able to achieve my financial objective? Can I say that? भाई कुछ तो कम्युनिकेशन करना होगा. You need to communicate in the chat box, everybody. तो मैंने तो एसीसीए का बात किया ना, यू आर डूइंग सीमा, सीमा इंस्टीट्यूट का इनकम वाज एक्स लास्ट ईयर and next year 1.2x. So whether the SEMA Institute will be satisfied financially or not. I am to giving not for profit oriented organization example which you all know. Why they are charging tuition fees from you? Why they are charging exam fees from you? मैंने अभी बोला कि वहां भी आदमी काम कर रहे हैं. If you are working in SEMA Institute, you work without salary. There are somebody will say that, sir, you are charging tuition fees. So if you complete the course and you join somewhere, you will work without any salary. Anybody? Think about this. क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि कोई भी काम बगैर पैसे कैसे होगा यार? ये बात तो समझनी होगी ना. आप अगर चैरिटी किसी का भला भी करना चाहते हो तो पैसे चाहिए ना भला करने के लिए. I mean to say that financial objective is related with income, profit. But can we say that if an organization is generating more income, then the share price of the organization will go up? You can't take example of Saraf Academy, not listed in stock exchange. I am talking about Reliance, ITC, Hindustan, Unilever, Airtel, any company which is listed in stock exchange in India. If they generate more income, then whether the share price of in the market will increase? Not necessarily. Can you give one example, Atharva, unmuting yourself, that why that if the profit is there, the share prices are not increasing? Can you give one exceptional case example? Voice is not coming. In the audio, there is no changes happening. So there is some problem with the audio. Anybody else can reply? Otherwise saying that it is not necessarily that the profit is more, the share price will increase. Then I am asking, what is the case where this can be possible? That even though the profit is there, increase in the profit, but the share prices has not gone up, it has gone down. Can anybody give an example? In case the economy is expected to go into recession, then people won't invest. When the money is not reinvested in growth, sir, profit is manipulated. अच्छा, और थोड़ा इसको सिंपल रखते हैं. मान लीजिए रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री का प्रॉफिट इस साल लास्ट ईयर से ज्यादा है, लेकिन अंबानी का डेथ हो गया. नहीं हुआ, भगवान करे नहीं हो यार. But suppose he died today, what will happen? The company produced their financial results for 21-22 and the results are fantastic, profit, sales and everything. But today Reliance is in hospital, Mane Ambani is under hospital and he maybe not dead but he is facing problem. तो प्रॉफिट होने के बावजूद शेयर का दाम गिर जाएगा, स्टॉक विल गो डाउन. This is, we can say, internal issues with an organization. Or we can say that as somebody gave the example down in the economy, कि मान लीजिए कंपनी का प्रॉफिट है लेकिन इकोनॉमी इज नॉट गुड, पीपल आर थिंकिंग वेरी पेसिमिस्टिक, दे आर नॉट ऑप्टिमिस्टिक. So there are many reasons where it may be possible that the profit is there but the prices are not increasing. Is it possible that if the profit is less as compared to last year and the prices increases? Is it possible? If yes, then any example? Ulta. The profit of a company lesser than last year. Sales is less than last year. But then the share prices are increasing. Is it possible? You can understand that the share prices are not only dependent on past. They are dependent. 1 second. I need to change the battery. 1 second. Done. So I was saying that the share prices does not depend upon only the past data, past information. The share prices depend upon three things: past, present, and future. Whenever the company's PL account, balance sheet, they are talking about past. Like in India, they will be talking about March 2022 results. But we are standing in June 2022, 2.5 months already over. And at the same time, when the company is presenting their financials, they are talking about future also. Their future plans, their future growths and all that. So the share prices are not dependent only on the past data. They are dependent on present and future. मैं प्रॉफिट बोलते बोलते शेयर प्राइसेस के बारे में क्यों चला गया? Who are the owners of Reliance Industries? Who are the owners of Reliance Industries? Who are the owners of Reliance Industries? Shareholders. And actually I have also shares of Reliance Industries. मेरे पास भी है. So I am also the owner. So whether Ambani is the owner or Prakash Saraf is also the owner. Whether Ambani is the owner or Prakash Saraf is also the owner. Both are owner. And like me, there are millions. Because Reliance ka share, the market capitalization, the number of shares into market price per share, Reliance value is highest in India. Number of shares into market price per share, Reliance value is highest in India. तो मैं तो एक बूंद हूं, बूंद से भी नीचे, लेस देन ए ड्रॉप. लेकिन ये सारे शेयर होल्डर जो रिलायंस के हैं, दे आर द ओनर्स. एंड इफ आई एम द फाइनेंस मैनेजर ऑफ रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज, आई नीड टू थिंक अबाउट ऑल द शेयर होल्डर्स. द प्राइम ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द फाइनेंस मैनेजर, बिकॉज वो तो पैसे की ही बात करता है ना, द प्राइम ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट और फाइनेंस मैनेजर इज maximization of the wealth of the shareholders. The wealth of the shareholders means increase in the share price, dividend. Because if I am the shareholder, I will be getting dividend and I will be getting the share price. I will not be getting the profit. Profit तो कंपनी बिजनेस में लगाएगी, उसमें से कुछ डिविडेंड देगी, ये सब होगा. लेकिन कंपनी का प्रॉफिट इज नॉट माई वेल्थ. माई वेल्थ इज इंक्रीज इन द शेयर प्राइस एंड द डिविडेंड. I have 10 shares, somebody 50, somebody 100, कोई भी शेयर होल्डर, सारे शेयर होल्डर का वेल्थ मैक्सिमाइजेशन इज द फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव, इज द फाइनेंस मैनेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव. एंड वेल्थ मैक्सिमाइजेशन इज नॉट 100% directly dependent on income. It is very much related on income. A company's profit goes up, there is a very high probability that the share prices will go up. But there is no guarantee. So we can say that the share prices, the wealth of the shareholders depends upon profit, depends upon market, depends upon economy, depends upon this, that, so many factors. But ultimately a finance manager is doing a good job. The company is able to achieve financial objective when they are able to maximize the wealth of the shareholders. So there is a difference between the wealth and the profit. Wealth of the shareholders is share price and the dividend. But the profit is affecting that, not 100%. There are so many other factors. So the financial management objective is maximization of wealth of the shareholders. To achieve these objectives, there are secondary objectives. Maximizing sales, maximizing profit and blah, blah, blah. But the financial objective, the prime objective of financial management, financial manager, is maximization of the wealth of the shareholders. Now, Atharva will say, sir, not for profit oriented ACCA. ACCA के अंदर who has invested money, पैसा किसने लगाया है? ACCA कोई कंपनी, उसमें शेयर होल्डर तो नहीं है, तो पैसा कहां से आया ACCA के पास? You all the students have given ACCA annual subscription exam fees and all that. I as a learning partner paying annual learning partner fee to ACCA. हम लोग दोनों ये पे कर रहे हैं. उसके अलावा और पैसा कहां से आया ACCA के पास? Is it possible that ACCA institute got donation from somebody? जैसे इंडिया में CA इंस्टीट्यूट रिसीव डोनेशंस, वैसे ACCA को भी कहीं से डोनेशन ग्रांट वगैरह मिला होगा. मैंने देखने नहीं गया, मिला होगा. कोई भी कोई इंस्टीट्यूट को ग्रांट क्यों देगा? Why anybody will give grant? Why the CA institute will be getting grant from government or anybody? काहे को? Why anybody will be giving grant to, what I should say, why anybody will be giving grant to CMA institute or CPA institute? Why? The benefit of the society, education, market, everything. I mean to say that आप कहीं भी कोई मंदिर में, कोई मस्जिद में, कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, चैरिटी को, किसी को भी आप डोनेशंस देते हो, क्यों देते हो? इसका मतलब वो अच्छा काम कर रहा है. That organization, not for profit oriented organization, is working well. They are satisfying the requirement of the society, maybe relating to education, maybe relating to health, maybe relating to social security, maybe relating to environment. कुछ ना कुछ तो वो कर रहा होगा ना, and they are doing well. तो आप वापस उसको ग्रांट कब दोगे, वापस डोनेशन कब दोगे? जब वो और अच्छा काम करेगा. Why you will be doing ACCA course? Why you will be doing CMA US course? Why you will be doing, I mean to say, this any course? क्यों करेंगे आप? बिकॉज आपको पता है कि ये कोर्स करने से मेरे को फायदा होगा, आपको जॉब मिलेगा, आपको ग्रोथ मिलेगा, अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी. दैट्स योर कॉल, दैट्स योर डिसीजन. तो इंस्टीट्यूट आप सबको, मेरे को, आपको, आई शुड बी गेटिंग स्टूडेंट्स, यू शुड बी गेटिंग ग्रोथ इन जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज, द डोनेशन, सब तो हम लोग स्टेक होल्डर है, शेयर होल्डर नहीं है. वी ऑल आर स्टेक होल्डर्स. हम लोग सबके सेटिस्फेक्शन के बारे में एसीसीए इंस्टीट्यूट को सोचना होगा. इफ वी आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, वी डोंट डू द कोर्स, वी लीव द कोर्स एंड वी से अदर्स डोंट डू द कोर्स, इट इज नॉट गुड, नॉट, जॉब नहीं मिलता, कुछ भी. जैसे सोशल मीडिया में कोई कुछ भी बोलते रहता है, मुंह है बोलने का, एनीबडी कैन से एनीथिंग. इट्स योर कॉल दैट वेदर यू एक्सेप्ट द थिंग ऑन फेस वैल्यू और यू वांट टू एक्सेप्ट इट इन अ synchronized way, proper way. So for a not for profit oriented organization, I am not saying maximization of shareholders wealth, but ultimately not for profit oriented organization also has financial objectives. कि अगर ACCA इंस्टीट्यूट में और रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं बढ़ेगा, स्टूडेंट्स लोग कोर्स नहीं करेंगे, काहे को मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं वो लोग? क्यों इतना सोशल मीडिया, लिंक्डइन, एसीसीए, सीएमए, सीमा, सीपीए, सारे इंस्टीट्यूट इतना मार्केटिंग करते हैं, हमारा कोर्स करो, क्यों करो? क्या होएगा? क्या बेनिफिट है? आप अगर नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ओरिएंटेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को सोचोगे पैसा नहीं कमाना है, तो अगर पैसा नहीं कमाना है तो वो सर्वाइव कैसे करेगा? द प्राइम ऑब्जेक्टिव इज नॉट प्रॉफिट जनरेशन, बट एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन द वर्ल्ड कैन नॉट सर्वाइव विदाउट प्रॉफिट. अगर एक मंदिर है, मस्जिद है, उसके पास पैसे नहीं आएंगे, मंदिर कैसे चलेगा? पुजारी काम कैसे करेगा? विदाउट मनी नथिंग कैन बी डन. मनी इज नॉट द अल्टीमेट सॉल्यूशन फॉर एवरी प्रॉब्लम, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स कैन बी सॉल्व्ड विथ मनी. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. हम लोग ऐसे पागल लोग जैसे बात नहीं करेंगे, नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट, नॉट. ए भाई, पैसा सबको चाहिए. विदाउट मनी यू कांट टेक वन स्टेप फॉरवर्ड. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. We all are studying for getting money only. I am teaching for money only. We know that money will not solve every problem, but most of the problem can be solved with money. So even a not for profit oriented organization has financial objectives. ऐसा नहीं है कि उनका financial objective नहीं होता. In a not for profit oriented organization, the prime objective is not profit. The prime objective is not generating income. Those are secondary. The prime objective is, generally in all over the world, people say value for money. Value for money means economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Value for money is called economy, efficiency, effectiveness. ACCA Institute, CMA Institute, CPA Institute, Indian CA Institute, every institute, not for profit. आप वेबसाइट पे जाके पढ़ लीजिए. All are not for profit. They want that whatever they are doing, they should be able to do it at a lesser cost possible. कम से कम खर्चा में प्रॉपर स्टैंडर्ड का आउटकम मिले. A particular outcome they want, and they want that to achieve that outcome, cost should be lowest. Economical, when we go in a flight, economy class, business class, what is the difference? Business class fare is 2.5 times of the economy class. If I am going from here to Mumbai, then the cost will be say 8 to 10,000 in economy class. If I will go in business class, it will be 25 to 30,000. Why I am giving this example? Not for the financial objective, just to tell you what is economy. Whenever we use the word economy, economy means economical, lower cost. Every not-for-profit oriented organization, charity, mandir, masjid, gurudwara, or you can say educational institute, hospital, any not-for-profit oriented organization need to achieve their objective at the least cost possible, economical. खर्चा कम से कम लगे. Economy efficiency. Efficiency deals with outcome and input both. In ACCA Institute, they want that with a lesser staff, they will be able to generate more and more students. With a lesser resources, we will be able to generate more and more outcome. Lesser resources for a particular outcome, or with slightly higher resources, increase in outcome. More production with lesser resources. That is called efficiency. And effectiveness. Suppose ACCA Institute is economical. ACCA Institute is efficient. But effectiveness very bad. What is effectiveness? When the students are doing ACCA, they are not getting jobs. When the students are completing ACCA, they are not getting growth in life. So in that case, पैसा कम लगा के क्या फायदा हुआ? In hospital, they are reducing the expenditures, but the disease are not cured. All the patients are dissatisfied. तो कोई फायदा नहीं है पैसा बचा के. Because you can be economical, you need to be, but your effectiveness should not be compromised. Your output should be of the best quality. A not-for-profit oriented organization can focus on reduction of cost. But if they are compromising on the outcome, gaya. So not-for-profit oriented organization, the financial or non-financial objectives are revolving around value for money. Value for money deals with three concepts, triple E's. Economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Economy is said as input cost. Efficiency is said as input output both. Resources, lower resources for getting an outcome. And effectiveness deals only with outcome. Whether the outcome is correct or not. A not-for-profit oriented organization, whether it's a mandir, whether it's a masjid, whether it's a gurudwara, whether it's an educational institute, hospital, whatever, club and all that, sabhi not-for-profit, they need to think about three things: value for money, economy, efficiency, effectiveness. When they are thinking economy, they are ultimately thinking about income, because lower cost means higher income. When they are thinking about efficiency, ultimately they are thinking about income, because with the lesser resources, more outcome will be reducing your cost. And when they are thinking about effectiveness, more sale, if the ACCA Institute is able to provide more job opportunities and all that, the students will be interested in doing more and more ACCA. You understand? Or CPA or CMA, whatever. मैं तो ये सब झगड़ा करने बैठा नहीं हूं. सर बढ़िया कौन सा है, क्या है? बढ़िया एक ही चीज है ये. अगर ये है तो सब जगह आपकी कीमत है. अगर ये है ही नहीं तो आप कुछ भी कर लीजिए, कीमत नहीं आएगी. तो ये इट्स योर कॉल. ऑल कोर्सेस आर गुड, ऑल आर वेरी गुड. यू नीड टू स्टडी विथ कॉन्सेप्ट्स एवरीथिंग. आप उसको प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में लगा पाएं, आप उसको प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में यूज करके ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को हेल्प कर पाएं, बस उसी कोर्स की जरूरत है. देन कम स्टेक होल्डर्स. Stakeholders in my company or in Reliance or any company, shareholders, employees, directors, management, income tax departments, sales tax department, GST department, VAT department, suppliers, financiers, regulatory authorities, trade union and all that. All are stakeholders. Stakeholder means those who have interest in the business of the organization. In suppose my business is there, then entire building residents are also the stakeholder, because if the Saraf Academy, Prakash Saraf is doing good business, they will help in the growth of the community. So all are stakeholders. We divide stakeholders into three categories: internal, एक्सटर्नल, कनेक्टेड, इंटरनल, जो भी मैं बोल रहा हूं सब नीचे लिखा हुआ है, ऑल आर रिटन, सब लिखा हुआ है. ऑब्वियसली द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में भी आई एम यूजिंग समथिंग डिफरेंट एंड रिटन डिफरेंटली, बस उतना ही है, बट एवरीथिंग इज रिटन बिलो, डोंट टेक टेंशन. So stakeholders divided grossly into three categories: internal, external, connected. Internal, the company's board of directors, employees, managers are internal because they are working on day-to-day basis. They know in and out about the company. Then connected. Connected stakeholders are shareholders. Connected stakeholders are financiers. Connected stakeholders are customers. Connected stakeholders are suppliers. Shareholders, they are not working. I am Reliance shareholder. I am not working in Reliance, but I am connected with Reliance कि मेरे को profit, dividend ये सब मिलना चाहिए. Share prices should go up. If suppose somebody is a supplier to Reliance Industry, they are not working in the Reliance, but they are giving resources, they are getting money, they are connected. If I will say financiers, those who have given loan, those who have invested in the debentures of Reliance, वैसे Reliance is a debt-free company. Now, after Corona, they become debt-free. But फिर भी whatever I am saying, कि जो लोगों ने पैसे दिए हैं, they are the financiers. Then I can say customers, those who are buying products of Reliance, Reliance Jio and all that. We all are customers of Reliance. अगर हमारे पास Reliance का कोई भी product है, and the Reliance we are not working, but we are connected. Our satisfaction, good quality of product at a proper price, financiers should be getting their interest and principal back, suppliers should be getting their money in time, the shareholders should be getting the return, dividend increase, that all are connected. We have interest in the Reliance industry. So we are all connected stakeholders of Reliance. And then we can say external, trade union, income tax, any regulatory authority, GST department. आप बोलेंगे सर why they are not said connected? The question is that under external we are bringing even somebody is not a supplier, not a customer, not a financer, not an employee, not a management, not a director. मान लीजिए यहां पर suppose in the community there, माने in the building there is a society, building society. वो building societies आपसे केवल connected है because they are getting maintenance expenditures from them. But there are other societies which are not getting any maintenance from you. But your business is going to affect them. They are outsiders. Kabhi kabhi there is in a business we find that other authorities, not supplier customers, there are some other independent persons who take call about the business. Abhi Nupur Sharma, the case. We can say that कोई भी regulatory authority है from outside India, somebody saying India में ये हो रहा है, दे हो रहा है. All these are, we say, external. And the business and all that is affected by external forces also. हम लोगों को अगर business करना है तो सबको satisfy करके रखना होगा. The job of the finance manager or financial management is to think about all the stakeholders. But the problem is that all the different stakeholders have different requirement. मेरे यहां स्टाफ का इच्छा क्या है? गेटिंग मोर एंड मोर सैलरी, बोनस, इंसेंटिव. मेरी इच्छा क्या है? मोर एंड मोर इनकम फ्रॉम सराफ एकेडमी. आपकी इच्छा क्या है? द ट्यूशन फीस शुड बी लोअर एंड ऑल दैट. ऑब्वियसली तो आपसे अगर ट्यूशन फीस कम लेंगे तो स्टाफ को ज्यादा बोनस कहां से मिलेगा? स्टाफ को ज्यादा बोनस अगर देंगे तो मेरे को इनकम ज्यादा कैसे मिलेगा? इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम. इट्स जस्ट एन एग्जांपल आई एम सेइंग. ऑल स्टेक होल्डर्स हैव डिफरेंट रिक्वायरमेंट्स. Customer wants better quality product at a lesser price. Staff, management, directors want more remuneration, more salary and all that. Shareholders wants more income, more increase in prices and dividends and all that. सब तो contradictory है. But a finance manager need to resolve the conflict, need to resolve the contradictory things and achieve the financial objective for all of them. बहुत difficult काम है. It's not a simple job. आप एक के बारे में सोचेंगे, दूसरा. सपोज इन अ फैमिली देयर आर 3 किड्स, यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट 1 किड, द 2 आर फाइटिंग. ये प्रॉब्लम होता है. बच्चे हैं कहीं भी हैं तो ये तो यार ऐसे भी देयर आर नॉट ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स. द ऑल स्टेक होल्डर्स आर हैविंग डिफरेंट रिक्वायरमेंट एंड द फाइनेंस मैनेजर नीड टू वर्क इन सच अ वे, नीड टू मेक द फाइनेंशियल पॉलिसीज इन सच अ वे दैट ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर्स रिक्वायरमेंट्स आर सेटिस्फाइड. ऑलवेज यू नीड टू डू सम कॉम्प्रोमाइज. कभी किसी को ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देंगे, कभी किसी को. So you need to analyze in every situation which stakeholders are more important. और जो स्टेक होल्डर इंपॉर्टेंट है उसके बारे में हम कैसे सोचे, क्या करें, वेदर दिस प्रोजेक्ट शुड बी डन और नॉट, वेदर दिस डिसीजन शुड बी टेकन और नॉट, सो दैट इट विल बी नॉट एडवर्सली अफेक्टिंग एनी स्टेक होल्डर्स. बिकॉज बिजनेस में एनी डिसीजन कैन नॉट बी टेकन विदाउट सेटिस्फाइंग द स्टेक होल्डर्स. Then comes for management of stakeholders, financial objective and all that. There are corporate governance laws in every country. In India, company law. In UK, UK company law. In US, US company law. सबका अपना अपना corporate governance code है. कि for corporate governance code in a company, this can be the director. The directors are executive directors, non-executive directors. Executive directors are the shareholders. Like in Reliance, Ambani is executive director. But in every company, there are non-executive directors. Non-executive directors are not shareholders. They are independent persons, knowledgeable persons. They are controlling the work of executive directors. कि executive directors are doing a proper business. Executive directors are doing the business. Non-executive directors looking at the work done by the executive directors. Non-executive director like auditor, independent person. I mean to say that there are so many company law sections are there which says that how the company should be functioning, how they will be achieving their objectives without compromising the interest of any stakeholders. How that the interest of every stakeholders can be managed. Suppose मैं रिलायंस में शेयर होल्डर हूं, सच्ची में हूं, मेरे पास शेयर है. अब रिलायंस में अंबानी भी शेयर होल्डर है और अंबानी रिलायंस में एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर भी है. So I will be getting from Reliance only the dividend and the share price. But Ambani will be getting dividend, share price, at the same time director remuneration. Ambani wants more remuneration. Even Ambani को फायदा वैसे share price बढ़ने से भी होगा, but he want more and more remuneration because he is working there. Ambani is appointed as a director in Reliance by me, by all the shareholder. Because appointment of directors in a company is based on the shareholders. Shareholder बोलेंगे तभी director appoint होगा. Resolution need to be passed. So all the directors in the Reliance industry are appointed by me. I am the shareholder, I am the owner, but I am not managing the business of Reliance. Reliance business is managed by directors. The directors are getting remuneration. All directors are not like Ambani. There are many directors who don't have shares or very less shares. So they are mainly getting remuneration. So directors are appointed by me. They are my agent. The shareholders are appointing the directors in the company. The directors are the agent of the shareholders in the company. But the directors are thinking about their own benefit, their own remuneration. The directors are not thinking about the benefit of the shareholders. You say that suppose in my company or in my house there is a servant. The servant need to do whatever I will say. The servant need to work for the benefit of the principal. But the servant sometimes doing something which is not for the benefit of the principal. Even though he is my servant, but he is misbehaving. And he is not thinking about my benefit. I don't want that person in my house. Similarly, in a company, if the directors are thinking about themselves, their own personal interest, their own remuneration, they are not thinking about the entire company, profit, cash flow. They are not thinking about shareholders' wealth maximization. ये तो गड़बड़ है. They are not allowed. But many times it happens. For that, there are company law. कि what are the rights and duties of the directors in every company law written. Law मेरे को भी नहीं आता है. Section case law मेरे को भी नहीं याद है. We are not studying law. But I am just saying that in every country, corporate governance laws are there, which say that what are the rights and duties of the directors, what are the rights and duties of the shareholders, then what director can do, what they can do, what should be the remuneration of director. The remuneration will be decided by non-executive director. Then whatever the executive directors are doing, that will be controlled by non-executive directors. There are many provisions are there. Why those provisions are there? So that the conflict can be reduced at regulatory level. कि maybe if there is no law, तब तो और problem होता. The Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and all these cases will be coming regularly. But because of the corporate governance code, so many laws are there. Then along with the conflict, the laws are protecting the directors, or I will not protecting, stopping the directors from taking any illogical decisions. The company laws are there. So the stakeholder interest, in the financial objective term are achieved with the help of protection of law also. Corporate code of conduct, corporate conduct, company laws are there in everywhere, which is not only protecting the interest of shareholders, which is protecting the interest of all the stakeholders, financiers, suppliers, सबका interest protect होता है by law and by thinking about the financial management and financial manager objective कि हम लोग को सबके बारे में सोचना है. It's not that only shareholder. We need to think about everybody. So financial management deals with stakeholders, their interest, management following law. Then financial management deals with ultimate objective, wealth maximization of shareholders. Then financial management in a not-for-profit oriented organization may not be exactly the income, but value for money, which is indirectly related with income only. Value for money is economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Ultimately, if I am the finance manager of Reliance Industries, I need to think about whatever earnings generated by Reliance through sales or any money taken from the shareholder or from financer, where that money should be invested. There are two types of investment, long-term, short-term. Long-term investment, land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, long-term. Short-term, current assets, inventory, receivable, cash and all that. So whether it's a short-term investments means working capital management, whether it's a long-term investments means capital budgeting, investment appraisal, that is the job of the finance manager. The finance manager need to think about the proper investment in the company so that it will be giving good return, so that it will be helping in the wealth maximization. The investment in the company depends upon funding. In my company, if I want to grow my business, it depends upon from where I will be getting money. You will say tuition fees. Tuition fees is going to grow my business to a limited extent. If I want to grow faster, more, then I need to have external funds. I will be issuing shares. I will be taking loan from bank. I will be issuing debentures. From where the money will be coming? For doing business, one money is normal operational earnings, sales revenue and all that. The other is financing, from equity, from debt. So from where the money should be raised, what are the factors to be considered in raising money, cost and all that? Job of the finance manager. Financing. Those who will give money as a loan, those who will give money as a shareholder, they want return. Return is shareholder increase in price. If it is Saraf Academy, there is no share price because that is not listed. In Saraf Academy, the earnings will be dividend only. So a finance manager need to decide how much dividend should be paid and how much dividend should be invested in the business. Whatever earnings is there, that earnings, if we invest in the business, the financing, that is also financing. Retained earning is also financing. But if retained earning we are investing in the business, what return we are giving to shareholders? You will say that by investment, the share price will automatically increase. There is no guarantee. And at the same time, there are many who purchase shares for a dividend. There are many who don't purchase the shares for increase in price. They want regular income, so they want dividend. So the finance manager need to decide whatever the profit generated by the company, which is a source of funding, out of that, how much dividend should be given and how much should be invested in the business. All is interrelated. If the fund earnings are maximum paid as dividend, that is not invested in the business, growth will not happen. The share prices will not improve. Wealth maximization will not happen. But if the finance manager, whatever earnings generated, which is a source of finance, given to shareholders as maximum as money, very less dividend, and maximum amount invested in the business, chances of growth is their chance. Who will say that what is the guarantee tomorrow what will happen? If they are not getting dividend, they are dissatisfied. A bird in hand is better than two in a bush. So for that reason, there are many shareholders who think that the dividend is more important than investment. Now the finance manager need to understand, if he pay more dividend, then more and more external funding required for investment purpose. Or you can say investment will be very less. Or if he gives less dividend, then less funding required from outside, or we will be able to do more and more investment. These three things are interrelated. They are not a standalone decision. Investment, financing and dividend decisions are interrelated. And ultimately the financial management, whether we study financial management for 1 month or 1 year or 50 years, it revolves around 3 points: investment, financing and dividend. Indian government, which I started with the beginning example, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को अगर सोचना है और हॉस्पिटल हो और स्कूल कॉलेजेस हो और सोशल सिक्योरिटी बढ़े, देन दे नीड टू इन्वेस्ट अगर वो लोग करेंगे, पैसे कहां से आएंगे? आइदर दे नीड टू इंक्रीज द टैक्सेस, डायरेक्ट टैक्स, इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स, वो सब बढ़ाएंगे, तो जिससे हम लोग डिविडेंड, मतलब पब्लिक को हम लोग ज्यादा बेनिफिट नहीं देंगे, सब्सिडी वगैरह नहीं देंगे, तो एक्सटर्नल फंडिंग बोरो करना गवर्नमेंट को नहीं पड़ेगा. बट अगर वी आर गोइंग टू गिव मोर एंड मोर सब्सिडी, लेस टैक्सेस एंड ऑल दैट, देन तो गवर्नमेंट नीड टू गो फॉर आउटसाइड फंडिंग. गवर्नमेंट को इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड, वर्ल्ड बैंक, ये सबसे बोरो करना पड़ेगा, विच सो मेनी डेवलप्ड कंट्री, अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्री आर डूइंग फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट. और अगर वो इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रॉपर रिटर्न नहीं देता है, कंट्री इज नॉट एबल टू ग्रो, देन इन दैट केस उसको हाउ वी विल सर्व देम. In any company, Reliance, ITC, any company, they are taking money, they are earning money. If they are not investing in the business, how they will grow? If they are giving dividend, they need to have borrowings from outside. Similarly, in my company, आपके लिए, आपको नया घर लेना है, किसी का शादी करना है, कुछ करना है, तो आपको पैसे चाहिए. पैसे आपके सैलरी से पूरे नहीं हो रहे हैं, आप बोरो करेंगे, बोरो करके वो काम करेंगे, लेकिन उसको सर्व भी तो करना पड़ेगा ना. लेटर ऑन आपके पास जो सैलरी आएगी, लोन रिपेमेंट करना होगा, इंटरेस्ट देना होगा, सभी जगह तो यही चल रहा है. A finance manager job is to correlate these investment, financing and dividend decision in such a way that it will help in achieving the objectives of all stakeholders. The ultimate objective is financial objective, maximization of wealth in private company, but in a not-for-profit it is value for money. एक कंपनी में मैनेजमेंट रोल, एज आई सेड, मैनेजमेंट्स डायरेक्टर्स आर द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव और द एजेंट ऑफ द शेयर होल्डर्स. दे हैव द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू थिंक अबाउट ऑल द शेयर होल्डर्स एंड एट द सेम टाइम इंटायर स्टेक होल्डर्स. दे आर द एजेंट. उनको वही काम करना है जो शेयर होल्डर के बारे में, तो वो लोग अपने बारे में सोचने लग जाते हैं. दे स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट देमसेल्व्स कि उनके लिए, खुद के लिए क्या अच्छा है. देयर रेम्युनरेशन एंड ऑल दैट, व्हिच दे शुड नॉट बी डूइंग, but many times they do that. So we can see that हम लोग ऐसा कर सकते हैं, their remuneration depends upon company's growth, their remuneration depends upon company's profit, their remuneration depends upon company's cash flow, their remuneration is something cash, something in the form of shares. They will be getting shares of the company after 4 years, 5 years, when certain conditions are fulfilled. That is called ESOP. When the company's profit is this, when the company turnover is this, then they will be getting the shares of the company. So when they will be getting the shares, they are interested in increasing the share prices. So ultimately their aim of getting more remuneration will automatically be satisfied when the shareholders are satisfied. So many companies are correlating the remuneration of the directors with the company's performance. Company's profit, company's sales, company's ESOP, company's share prices, and all that they correlate. So that the management, even though they are thinking about themselves, but ultimately they are thinking about all the shareholders, all the stakeholders. That way you can say the financial management objective are achieved. So financial management decisions. Financial management is concerned with the efficient acquisition and deployment of both short and long term. Efficient acquisition. One point. Deployment of both short-term and long-term resources. Deployment of both short-term and long-term means fixed assets, working capital, to ensure objectives of the enterprise achieved. What is the objective? Shareholders' wealth maximization, prime objective. The efficient acquisition, the efficient investment by taking funds, financing, and help in the growth of the objectives of the organization. That is the job of the financial management or the job of the finance manager. Decision must be taken in 3 areas: investment, both long-term fixed assets, short-term current assets, financing, पैसे कहां से आएंगे, what will be the cost of funds, and dividend, how should the cash be distributed to the shareholders. More dividend, less investment, less dividend, more investment. So क्या करें, what should be done? The financial rules, financial management should be distinguished from other important financial rules. Suppose, what is the difference between financial accounting and management accounting? What is the difference between financial management and financial accounting? Financial management, management accounting, financial accounting. Financial accounting deals with the past. Preparation of PL account, balance sheet about the last year, about March 2022. Management accounting about current and future, but mainly related with decision making, mainly related with day-to-day operations and decision making. Financial management is managing finance. पैसा कहां से आएगा, कहां जाना है, कहां लगाना है, that is financial management. Management accounting concerned with providing information for more day-to-day functions of the control and decision making. Financial accounting concerned with providing information about historical results of the organization. The impact of external economic forces, interest rate, inflation, exchange rates need to be considered before objectives can be set. What they are saying? When we want to set the financial objectives, we need to consider interest rate, inflation. Abhi interest rate market mein बढ़ रहा है. And the forecast is that for coming 1 or 2 years, the interest rate will be high because of the inflation pressure. So the growth in the business and all that will be less because people will not borrow. People will not purchase assets. And when inflation will be under control, then the economy will start improving. अभी मेरे को पता नहीं है, नो ऑलरेडी बच चुका, आज भी शेयर मार्केट जरूर गिरा होएगा. इवन दो यस्टरडे डाउन, करंट ऑल्सो डाउन. और अगर अप है तो फिर भी गिर जाएगा. Conflicts will often arise between different stakeholders. That is stakeholders, shareholders, supplier, financiers. Conflict is there. Financial objectives, shareholders wealth maximization, prime objective. Shareholder wealth maximization is a fundamental principle of financial management. Companies may also have other objectives such as profit maximization, growth, market share, social responsibilities. Measuring achievements. These are just some points written. This is not exhaustive list. Measuring achievements. How we can say that the financial objectives has been achieved? By ratio analysis. We will study a separate topic in working capital management, inventory ratios, turnover ratios, ratio analysis, comparing the performance that whether the financial objective has been achieved or not. A stakeholder group is one with a vested interest in the company, not only shareholder. Everybody who has interest in the company, supplier, financiers. Typically, the stakeholders are divided into following categories: internal, company employee, company directors, management; connected, equity shareholders, ordinary shareholders, customers, suppliers, financiers, competitors; and external shareholders, government, community, pressure groups, regulators. The various stakeholders will have different needs and objectives. Conflict between within groups of stakeholders and the need for management balance various interests. That is it is the job of the finance manager to manage their interest even though it is conflicting. For that purpose, you can say that corporate governance agency rule. Agency theory is often used to describe the relationship between various interested parties in a firm and can help to explain various duties which create conflict that occur. Agency relationship occur when one party, the principal, employs another party, the agent in a company. Shareholders are the principal. They employ directors or management as their agent to perform the task in the company. In particular, directors act as on behalf of the shareholders principal. Issue arises when the shareholder who own the company and the directors who manages the company have different interest. Director का काम है पैसा remuneration और shareholder wealth maximization. Problem हो रही है. So उनका remuneration आप wealth maximization से correlate कर दीजिए. Managerial reward scheme. One way to help ensure managers take decisions that are consistent with the objective of shareholders is to introduce carefully designated remuneration package, designed remuneration package. The remuneration package can be clearly defined, impossible to manipulate by the directors, link rewards to changes in shareholder wealth. Company का शेयर का दाम बढ़ेगा तो डायरेक्टर को पैसा मिलेगा. Match managers time horizon. The shareholders are always long term, so directors would be thinking long term. Match managers encourage managers to adopt the same attitudes. Suppose in a company the shareholders risk is low, they don't want to take more risk. Similarly, the directors would be thinking about risk like that. About risk and all that we will be discussing in the risk chapter, because यहाँ जो भी पढ़ रहे हैं investment, financing, separate topic, investment, 5 topics, capital budgeting. even investment, working capital, 4 topics, 9 topic for investment, financing, source of fund, equity, debt, cost of capital, capital structure, separate topic, dividend, separate topic. सबको यहां एज एन इंट्रोडक्शन डाला हुआ है, जिसको हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि एक फाइनेंस मैनेजर को ये सारी बातें ध्यान रखनी है. कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस कोड्स, the director shareholders conflict has also been addressed by the corporate governance code of the country. In most of the countries there are non-executive directors, those who are independent, those must give obligation to spend sufficient time with the company, should be independent, and at least half. If a company has 10 executive directors, then at least 10 should be non-executive. Executive director, suppose CEO, CFO and all that, but the chairman and the CEO should be different. Because chairman manages the board and CEO manages the business. They should not be the same person. They are appointed by the shareholders, and every meeting they are reappointed by the shareholders. Clear disclosure of financial rewards. In India and everywhere, whatever director remuneration is there, that need to be written in the notes to accounts properly. That cannot be hidden. All the shareholders should be knowing what the director remuneration is. Not-for-profit, the primary objective of not-for-profit is to not make money, but to benefit prescribed groups of people. Not-for-profit oriented will use a mix of financial, non-financial objective. However, unlike companies, the non-financial objectives are value for money. The key difficulties may be difficult to quantify, multiple. अगर ACCA इंस्टीट्यूट आपके बारे में सोचे, मेरे बारे में सोचे, स्टाफ के बारे में सोचे, झमेला तो है ही है. Because they need to think about all. Value for money. Value for money can be defined as achieving the desired level and quality of service at the most economical cost. Value for money may be defined as achieving. Value for money is achieving the desired level and quality of service at the most economical cost. कि सराफ एकेडमी में इतने स्टूडेंट लोग पढ़ें, वो लोग पास हुए और खर्चा इतना लगना चाहिए. It can be measured using 3 E's. Economy, minimizing cost. Economy means खर्चा कम से कम. To achieve a defined level of output. Efficiency, ratio of input to output. Achieving a high level of output in relation to resources used, or providing a reasonable of service at reasonable input. Effectiveness, whether outputs are achieved that match the predetermined levels, predetermined objectives वो achieve करता है कि नहीं. There is no calculation in the chapter, all calculation, because the entire syllabus is what we are discussing as financial management. Financial management क्या है? वो पूरा syllabus ही आपका financial management है. In CMA US it is part A, part B and part E. In CPA, BEC it is 50-60% of the area. But in CPA and CMA US, the syllabus includes costing, management accounting, decision making and all those areas also. In CIMA also, in P2 those there. But in ACCA, those areas are covered in a separate subject, which is performance management, PM. That is a separate subject, PM. So for that reason, I will be taking separate classes for Saturday classes for CIMA, CPA and CMA US students. That will be from next Saturday, not this Saturday. But this is a general basic background. What is financial management? Financial management क्या है? If I will say, before proceeding, रनिता, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके हम लोग सबको बताइए कि फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट या फाइनेंस मैनेजर का काम क्या है. रनिता.
हेलो सर.
यस, बोलिए.
सर, manage the dividend of the shareholders and profit of more profit or more income of the company.
ठीक है, आप नहीं. दूसरा है यहां श्रेष्ठा, आप बोलिए. श्रेष्ठा, यू से व्हाट इज फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट एंड व्हाट इज द जॉब ऑफ द फाइनेंस मैनेजर. क्या है ये? यस।
बेसिकली फिनेंस मैनेजर वर्क मतलब वो देखता है कि प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन आइडियाज कैसा है। वो 3 ईज को देखता है, जैसे इकोनॉमी, इफेक्टिवनेस और एफिशिएंसी को देखता है कि कंपनी में कैसा मतलब ये सब चीज़ें कैसे हो रही हैं। उसके बाद शेयर होल्डर्स के ये देखता है कि शेयर होल्डर्स का प्रॉफिट कैसे मैक्सिमाइज हो रहा है। ये सब कैसे इनकम मतलब जनरेट किया जा सकता है।
हम लोग सिंपल भाषा में बोले, फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट और फाइनेंस मैनेजर जॉब पैसे के साथ खेलना, प्लेइंग विथ मनी, दैट इज द जॉब और द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट। पैसे के साथ जो लोग खेलते हैं उनको हम फाइनेंस मैनेजर बोलते हैं। एक कंपनी में फाइनेंस मैनेजर अगर आप बनेंगे तो कंपनी के पास जहां से भी पैसा आएगा और जहां जहां उसको लगाना है, ये आपका काम है। अगर आप गवर्नमेंट में फाइनेंस मैनेजर बनेंगे, फाइनेंस मैनेजर जो इंडिया का है उसके अंडर काम करेंगे, या फाइनेंस मैनेजर आपको बनाया जाए इंडिया का, तो गवर्नमेंट के पास पैसा कहां कहां से आएगा और गवर्नमेंट उसको कहां कहां खर्चा करेगी। अगर मेरी कंपनी में मैं फाइनेंस का काम देखता हूं तो मेरी कंपनी में ट्यूशन फीस ये सब पैसा कहां से आता है और कहां कहां वो जाता है। पैसे का मैनेजमेंट इज कॉल्ड फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, whether in a not for profit, whether in a country, whether in an organization, everywhere। हम लोग सबको ही फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट का काम बचपन से करते हैं। सपोज वी आर गेटिंग मनी, पॉकेट मनी, कि हम लोग को घर से पॉकेट मनी 100 रुपया डेली मिलता है। 100 रुपया करके 3000 रुपया मिलता है। उसको क्या खर्चा करना है, पुचका खाना है कि कहीं कोई रेस्टोरेंट में जाना है, कोई फ्रेंड के साथ घूमने जाना है, मूवी देखना है, वो भी फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट है। पैसा कहां से आएगा, कहां जाएगा, कैसे लगाना है, कैसे रेज होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट। सो यू कैन से दैट, जैसे कंपनी के केस में हम लोग बोल रहे हैं, लाइक प्रतीक इज सेइंग परफेक्टली बैलेंसिंग द इन्वेस्टमेंट, डिविडेंड एंड फाइनेंसिंग। तो आप भी तो ये सोचते हैं ना कि अगर आपको पॉकेट मनी 100 रुपया डेली मिल रहा है तो आपको पापा से ज्यादा पैसा मिले, 100 के बदले 120 हो जाए। यू आर गिविंग हिम लॉजिक कि पापा पैसा बढ़ गया है, खर्चा बढ़ गया है, मेरे को आप बेसी दीजिए। या यू कैन सी दैट कि आप सोचते हैं कि मेरे को ये काम करना है, पैसा बचा कर रखेंगे, ऐसा करेंगे, ये ड्रेस खरीदेंगे। हम लोग भी तो फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट डेली करते हैं यार। कौन ऐसा है दुनिया में जो फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट नहीं करता? अगर स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में कहीं पर जॉब करके करेंगे वो अलग बात है, लेकिन हम लोग अपने लाइफ में फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट डेली करते हैं। फाइनेंस का मैनेजमेंट, फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, तो एक कंपनी में पैसा कहां से आएगा? सेल से आएगा, लोन लेंगे, शेयर होल्डर से लेंगे, बैंक से लोन लेंगे, कहां से पैसा आएगा? वो पैसा रेस करने के लिए क्या करना होगा, कैसे वो मनी आएगी, उसके बाद उसको कहां लगाएंगे, उसके लिए लैंड, बिल्डिंग, प्लांट, मशीनरी, इन्वेंट्री, डेटा, सर्विस कहां लगाएंगे? ये नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट के लिए भी है। नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट माने मैं नहीं बोल रहा कि इट इज ओनली फॉर रिलायंस और सराफ एकेडमी, इट इज फॉर एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। बिकॉज जब तक पैसा का मैनेजमेंट सीखेंगे नहीं तब तक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का ग्रोथ नहीं होगा, नॉट पॉसिबल। दैट आई एक्सप्लेन्ड in my language, written in the study material in their language. You need to develop your thinking process। कि बोलने में तकलीफ क्यों हो रहा है कि हम एकदम एग्जैक्टली मान लीजिए मैं जो बोला वो बोलना है। ग्रोथ ऑफ योर ओन लाइफ, ग्रोथ ऑफ द कंपनी, ग्रोथ ऑफ द कंट्री, सब वही है। Because without finance, growth is not possible. So a finance manager, wherever it is employed, is a very important person of the organization। CFO, managing finance। और हम लोग सबको CFO बनना है, तो CFO बनने के लिए CFO जैसा बुद्धि भी तो लाना होगा ना। चीफ फाइनेंशियल ऑफिसर, ओके। Just I have written question number 1 to 19 from exam kit। Question number 1 to 19 from exam kit। This is the exam kit। In the exam kit, if you go around 24 number page. Around page number 21, topic wise, each topic 2 and 3, question number, which question number, the answer page number, everything is written. But here I have already written ki relating to this. In the exam kit, question number 1 to 19 is there. Some of the question may be tricky because you will be able to do the questions of chapter 1 much better way when you have the entire syllabus completed. Because बहुत सारा चीज ऐसा है जो बाद में पढ़ने वाले हैं, जिसके बेसिस पे थोड़ा तकलीफ होएगा. Let's try some questions to get feel. But normally you will get 100% feeling on the questions and the entire financial management when you do the entire syllabus. Because many times I do that, I don't teach this topic in the beginning. मैं सीधा सीधी इन्वेस्टमेंट से चालू करता हूं. And then I say that we will not have to discuss that at the end. But this time I thought that first of all we discuss basics, what is finance, then we will be going into investment, financing and dividend. So this is relating to some of the questions may be tricky because we have not gained the knowledge detailed about investment, financing and dividend. In relation to the financial management of a company, which of the following provides the best definition of a firm's primary financial objective? नीचे देखने की जरूरत है क्या? Do we need to see the options or we already know this? In relation to the financial management of a company, which of the following provides the best definition of a firm's primary financial objective? Primary financial objective, what we discussed? Shareholders' wealth maximization. It's not profit. Profit may be related with the shareholders' wealth, but sometimes not. To achieve long-term growth, to maximize the level of annual dividend, to maximize wealth of ordinary. You will say, sir, ये भी तो है sir, मैं नहीं बोल रहा. Primary, ये अपने आप achieve हो जाएगा अगर ये achieve होगा. If the shareholder wealth maximize, the growth is there, the dividend is there, सब अपने आप हो रहा है. अपने आप. अगर कोई पर्सन ज्यादा कमा रहा है, इसका मतलब ज्ञान है, पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है. जनरली गारंटी नहीं है, बट if any person is able to earn more, getting better opportunities, getting to grow business, getting more salary, more better, इसीलिए because ये है, इसीलिए कमा रहा है. Not because of ECCA, सीमा और CMA. ये बात जिंदगी में जरूर समझ में आएगा. What should I say? Indicate by clicking in the relevant boxes whether the following objectives are financial or non-financial. Financial related with paisa. Okay? Maximization of market share, earnings growth, sales revenue growth, achieving a target level of customer satisfaction, achieving a target level of return on capital employed. They are saying there are 5 points which are financial and which are non-financial. कौन कौन सा पैसा से रिलेटेड है? Slightly tricky I will say. Because अथर्व बोलेंगे सर ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है. जरूर हो सकता है सर. तो थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, बट फिर भी चेष्टा करिए. One by one. First one, maximization of market share. Maximization of market share, financial or non-financial? Why non-financial? Why non-financial? Maximization of market share, why non-financial?
So the maximization of market share is non-financial. The reason for that is कि, can you hear me?
Yes, 100%. Go on.
So that is not the objective of this finance officer. No, maximization of market share is non-financial. Earnings growth is a part of financial. The last two are
एक सेकंड एक बार पहले भी रहते हैं. एक सेकंड. आपने लॉजिक दिया कि मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ मार्केट शेयर इज नॉन फाइनेंशियल बिकॉज इट इज नॉट द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ फाइनेंस मैनेजर. आप ये बोल रहे हो. और कोई एनीबडी एल्स कैन गिव फर्दर लॉजिक रिलेटिंग टू मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ मार्केट शेयर नॉन फाइनेंशियल? वाई? Kedar is saying not directly related to finance. How come, Kedar? How the maximization of market share is not related to finance?
Because it doesn't include any investment or financing decisions.
थोड़ा और बढ़िया से आपने बोला, हेडिंग ठीक है, लेकिन जो उसका लॉजिक दे रहे हैं वो थोड़ा अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. मैं बोल रहा हूं कि बहुत सारे ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैं जिन लोग मार्केट शेयर इंक्रीज करना चाहते हैं नॉट टू जनरेट इनकम, जैसे नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ओरिएंटेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दे वांट टू सर्व द सोसाइटी. या कोई कंपनी कोई नया प्रोडक्ट लेके आया और वो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट से, रिलायंस जियो, they were offering broadband initially to compete with the Airtel at less than the cost. So at that time the market share increase is not going to give them any financial income. If market share increase is going to give income, then it is a financial objective, but it may not be many times related with financial income for that reason. Somebody can...
The definition of market share includes both the things, no?
हाँ.
In regard to the shareholding part, and one is the goods or the market.
Mane, there can be a financial objective or there may not be a financial objective in increasing market share. So इसीलिए we cannot say that it is always finance. So we will say non-financial for that reason.
Because here the word definition of market share has not clearly been defined. Because it
Yes. If you define market share properly, then it becomes financial.
one is the market capitalization in regard to shareholding and everything, and one is the market share of capturing the market of the consumer. Say for example, there is a consumer FMCG company, then that is also called a market share to increase the market share. So both the thing doesn't come under the purview of the financial management. That's the
नहीं, हम लोग ये नहीं बोल रहे हैं. हम लोग बोल रहे हैं मार्केट शेयर मतलब कंपनी जो प्रोडक्ट बेचती है, कंपनी का शेयर का माने कंपनी जो मार्केट में सामान बेच, जैसे मैं ट्यूशन प्रोवाइड करता हूं, मैं ट्यूशन ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस बेचता हूं, तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि अपने ट्यूशन क्लासेस कम दाम में खर्चे से नीचे में बेच रहे हैं, कुछ कारण है, कुछ रीजन है, तो उसमें फाइनेंशियल गेन तो नहीं होएगा ना. तो हम लोग ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि मार्केट शेयर इंक्रीज करना ऑलवेज फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव ही होगा, ये जरूरी नहीं है. हाँ, उसलिए वो बोल रहे हैं. नाउ अर्निंग्स ग्रोथ, अब इसमें भी डिबेट तो किया जा सकता है कि अर्निंग्स ग्रोथ में भी नॉन फाइनेंशियल, बट इसको बोलना फाइनेंशियल ही पड़ेगा. बिकॉज जस्ट नाउ वी डिस्कस दैट कि अगर कंपनी का प्रॉफिट हुआ फिर भी शेयर का दाम नहीं बढ़ा, वी डिस्कस्ड दैट इट इज नॉट अचीविंग द फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव. बट जब भी इफ इट इज कमिंग एज अ वैल्यू, कोई भी न्यूमेरिकल्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो हम लोग को ऐसे क्वेश्चन में उसको फाइनेंशियल बोलना पड़ेगा. वाई आई से ट्रिकी, बिकॉज हर एक पॉइंट में एक्सप्लेनेशन है. द अर्निंग्स ग्रोथ मे नॉट बी लीडिंग टू द ग्रोथ इन द शेयर प्राइस एंड ऑल दैट, मे नॉट बी गिविंग लीडिंग टू मोर डिविडेंड, बिकॉज डिविडेंड देने के लिए पैसे चाहिए. केवल पीएल अकाउंट में बैलेंस होने से डिविडेंड कैन नॉट बी गिवन, सो इट मे नॉट बी फाइनेंशियल. बट देन ऐसे क्वेश्चन में सिंस नथिंग इज रिटन, वी नीड टू से अर्निंग ग्रोथ इज वेरी मच रिलेटेड विथ फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव. क्या करें? सेल्स रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ, अगेन अभी ऊपर हम लोग बात की मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ मार्केट शेयर में नॉट बी नॉन फाइनेंशियल, मे बी. सिमिलरली सेल्स ग्रोथ तो और दूसरे तरह से भी हो सकता है, लेकिन केवल सेल्स ग्रोथ पैसे की बात हो रही है, तो इस क्वेश्चन में उसको फाइनेंशियल लगाना पड़ेगा. बट अदरवाइज सेल्स ग्रोथ कैन बी कोरिलेटेड विद द मार्केट शेयर एंड इट कैन बी सेड एज नॉन फाइनेंशियल. बट आपको अगर कुछ बोला नहीं जाए तो जहां कहीं भी इनकम, पैसा, ये सब बात आ रहा है, यू नीड टू कोरिलेट दे आर फाइनेंशियल. अचीविंग अ टारगेट लेवल ऑफ कस्टमर, दैट इज नॉन फाइनेंशियल, बट इसको भी आप फाइनेंशियल कोरिलेट कर सकते हो. कस्टमर सेटिस्फेक्शन लेवल गोज अप, कस्टमर्स आर रिपीट बाइंग, कस्टमर्स आर रिकमेंडिंग अदर्स, वर्ड ऑफ माउथ एंड ऑल दैट, तो वो भी तो फाइनेंशियल हो गया. अंडरस्टैंड इन दैट वे. माने इनडायरेक्टली अगर हम लोग बोले तो सारी चीजें फाइनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव के अंदर आ जाएंगी. हाँ, लेकिन अब इसका आंसर तो देना होगा ना एग्जाम में, बिकॉज रॉन्ग राइट तो सीधा नंबर मिलेगा. हाँ, तो हम लोग इसीलिए सिंस इन सब में एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए, जहां एक्सप्लेनेशन की जरूरत कम है वहां पर हम उसको फाइनेंशियल बोलकर चल रहे कि अर्निंग ग्रोथ, सेल्स ग्रोथ कैन बी फाइनेंशियल, बट अचीविंग अ टारगेट लेवल ऑफ कस्टमर सेटिस्फेक्शन में बी नॉन फाइनेंशियल. Achieving a target level of return on capital employed financial. बिकॉज रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल इंप्लॉयड कभी कभी नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ओरिएंटेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को नहीं चाहिए, तो वो भी तो फाइनेंशियल हो गया, माने नॉन फाइनेंशियल हो गया, लेकिन यहां फाइनेंशियल लगाना होगा. सो समबडी सेड अर्लियर सी, मेरे ख्याल से फाइनेंशियल होना चाहिए. आई नीड टू चेक. अर्निंग्स ग्रोथ, सेल्स रेवेन्यू एंड अचीविंग अ टारगेट रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल इंप्लॉयड. द सेकेंड, थर्ड एंड फिफ्थ, and the first one and the fourth one according to me non-financial. Even आप लिखने के लिए explanation you can write all are financial, सब चलेगा. लेकिन अगर कुछ नहीं लिखा हुआ है तो मेरे हिसाब से ऐसा उन्होंने आंसर देना चाहिए. Market share and achieving a target level of customer satisfaction according to me non-financial. Earning growth, sales revenue growth, achieving a target level of return on capital employed financial. But मेरे को check करना होगा. I will check. Just last question, then we are winding up today. Which three of the following are the main types of decision facing the financial manager in a company? ये तो simple हो गया यार. The first and third are simple, but the middle one. Let's check that second number question answer. Second number का answer. Second number answer. 2, 3, 5 are financial. Achieving market share a relative measure or customer satisfaction a qualitative measure non-financial. लिखा वही है, थोड़ा explanation उनका और अलग तरह से है कि it is a relative measure. Relative measure are generally directly cannot be said as financial, they want to say. And customer satisfaction is very difficult to measure. Number of complaints, repeat buying, so many things are there, which is a qualitative thinking. So which is not directly a financial objective. Indirectly तो ये दोनों भी है, लेकिन वो directly financial objective नहीं. You try the other questions here. Relative मतलब percentage. Relative is not in value. Absolute means value, relative means percentage. So market share is a percentage, not in value. They want to say that financial objective always in value. But फिर भी ये गड़बड़ है. Then why we are saying return on capital employed is a financial objective? Think logically. अगर आप ऐसा सोचेंगे कि market share is a relative measure is not financial, then return on capital employed is also percentage. तो आप डिबेट तो कर ही सकते हैं सर. Generally we say finance means profit, cash flow, sales revenue, share, market share price, dividend and all that. These are called financial. अगर simple भाषा में जाएं. Others are non-financial. So I am not liking this explanation. It is a relative measure. Because return on capital employed is also a relative measure. So if you say relative measure के कारण non-financial, that is not looking good. So what I was saying that, do this 1 to 19 question. Wherever doubts are there, we will discuss in the class. And we will be proceeding further investment decisions. That is first of all long-term investment, then working capital, which will be taking around 1 month to complete. Because investment will take 1 month to complete. 5-6 classes for investment appraisal, 4 to 5. And working capital will take 2 to 3 classes. So 7 to 8 classes, 1 month we will be studying investment. Under financial management, 3 decisions: investment, financing and dividend. So investment we will take around 8 classes to complete. Then we will be going into financing, then dividend. Then some risk areas and all that. Okay. Next class is on Friday morning, 7 o'clock. You will get the live class link 1 day before the class. Okay. So leaving. Thank you to all of you. Take care. Study hard.